Happy Monday, everyone. It's No Respawns. Hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to go over the Creation Club. So this is a little bit later. It's been out for about a week now, I believe. But one, I've been busy as hell. And two, I wanted the drama and the fury to die down a little bit so I could just have a quick gander at it. So those of you who don't know, for whatever reason, just haven't been paying attention, Bethesda recently released Creation Club, which is effectively, in a lack of better words, a slightly paid mod system. They tried this before and got well-deserved hate. They have since tried it again. There are justifications for it. Look, what I'm going to try and do is I'm not going to try and do an overtly negative video. If you want someone really giving them a good verbal kicking, I'd highly recommend watching Jim Sterling's video on it, because he pretty much does. First, he's British, right? So that's fantastic, and he just does it better than anyone could. I mean, he really just pile drives them. However, I'm one of those people, whether better or worse, probably worse, that, to be honest, I'll happily pay for something if I like it. Like, I just will, I don't mind. You know, I live in London, everything's expensive anyway. So it doesn't really bother me. In terms of my first, what I've gone and done is earlier today, I purchased the £5, whatever, I think I got 750 coins, basically, or credits rather, and I got 2 mods. So I got the backpack and I got the furniture mod. So it has a really limited amount of mods on it right now. And I just want to see the quality, what they're like, what you get for the money. So first things first, before I show you them, I personally think they're way too expensive. I would like them to reduce the price. I almost certainly guarantee you they won't. The reason being is these prices have been decided way in advance, and to lower the price now would cause them, in their eyes, and understandably it would technically, cause them a lot of problems, although going in they should have had them about half the price. Because basically I bought a furniture pack and I bought a backpack, and that was basically all of I have 150 credits left. That obviously I have so it cost me what, so it basically cost me about £2-3 per mod, which is a little bit too much for what you get. Don't forget that, you know, in terms of DLC, for about what, £5 to £8 or something with most of the smaller, you know, DLCs, and that's a lot of content. Plus as well, you're doing this really obnoxious credit system. It's a bit of a rip-off, really. And coming from a kind of a marketing guy perspective, you know, who works in that industry where I try and get people to pay for shit, I don't see why they didn't make it cheaper. Because had they made the mods cheaper, or maybe cut out, or allowed you to buy a smaller pack of credits as well, because they're going to pay loads of money, right, to try and rebuild their image a little bit after this. You know, they're going to hire a PR agency, a marketing agency to kind of maybe do something, and it's going to cost them loads and loads of money, whereas they could have saved the money, and to us even probably made more money overall had they made the mods a little bit cheaper, so you impulse buy, you know? You could have made them like about £2 a mod, shall we say, and made it so you could pay £2 a mod. But anyway, let me just go through. So this is what I've got. So I've already got my menu open because I had to disable my mods, a load of them, to actually be able to find them, because obviously those of you know, oh wait, I'm in USO. Those of you know, I have loads of mods, one in the USO mod section, but also in the general section. It was really difficult to actually find them, and also I wanted to show you them, how they appear, basically, in your menu. So this is the furniture pack. It's basically your standard IKEA furniture look that every game with any form of decorating releases as some form of DLC later down the line. If you've played The Sims, you've seen this pack before. It's quite cool, actually. There's some decent stuff in there. So it has this little kind of lightning bolt symbol on the side. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to disable my mod, so you could kind of see it, because with my mods on, it was disabled, and I couldn't find it. So basically, you get a few stuff. You get a bit in the furniture section. It's in the wood. You get some floor pieces. It's all very, very shiny and kind of new looking. Some of it's decent. It's all right. This is all right. It's pretty cool. It's nothing. It depends. It's very, very situational. There are 2 or 3 coolish pieces in here. And let's go in the furniture. So you can see this is all the new stuff that they've added. Some of it's pretty decent. So I've got some set up here, but I'll just quickly scroll through. So I've got some beds. They're quite tidy and crisp. I think these ones might have actually been designed by Bethesda, but I'm not too sure. And you've got a load of chairs. You don't really get much, though. Think about this is £3 worth, and you get all these chairs. And these containers here. And then these 2 shelves. And then these tables here. And then some rugs, which admittedly I do like this. It's got one of those big pile rugs. Well, okay, it's meant to be one of those big pile furry rugs that I've got, but obviously it doesn't actually look furry, which is annoying. And then a load of kind of crisp. They're very, very clean, but you might... That's off from a mod. I've got to remember that. Debris, I keep forgetting about it. But yeah, so... And then the cool stuff, which I'll show you because inside here, you get a load of new lights, which I'm going to show you. So basically, this I just set up a load of stuff. You get these lights, which I'm not going to lie, as you all probably, a lot of you probably know, I have quite a weird obsession with lights, and those are admittedly quite cool. I don't think they're worth £3, but I live in London, and I pay on average £5 for a pint, so there we go. But if you look here, so you've basically got 2 versions of these, one slightly brassy coloured, and then silver, and the same kind of style with the light. And that's basically everything for that mod. Now, look, firstly, the quality of these things are fine, right? And a lot of people, probably too generously, arguably so, are giving Bethesda a kind of like holding off judgment because they're apparently going to be using this to, for example, release actual Bethesda-made content, which would be quite cool, and also the highest quality mods. However, right now, you don't offer very much. I think this pack should have had double the amount of furniture in it, really. If you think about how much, say, Wasteland Workshop has in it, or Contraptions, you know, they're, what, about £8 now, I think? And you get, you know, you get so much shit in them, it's unbelievable. Whereas these, you basically get, I think it's about 40 items or something, but it really doesn't look like very much once you've, you know, placed them all down. But there are some cool stuff. I'm probably going to use this light. I'll make use of these rugs. Maybe the beds, if I find a particularly crisp, nice area I'm going to build in, possibly for your Institute-style builds, potentially. But here's my thing with this furniture, right? So I've mentioned this time and time again. So I don't mind paying for DLC, you know. For example, I play Civilization 6, right? And if you look on Steam, the reviews are brutal for it because people are like, well, it's, you know, releasing a load of DLC that they could have put into the full game. Completely agree. However, I've got a job, so it's fine. And I live in London, so everything's fucking expensive anyway. I'm used to being shafted in price. I mean, I think that's it. So, like, if I like something, I don't mind paying for it, right? And I've mentioned before, Bethesda could pretty much just continuously release furniture and, you know, workshop packs, and I would buy them because I like building shit. Even though, obviously, there's people on PC or, you know, Xbox as well, you know, can say, oh, I can get that mod, like, whatever, you know, I'm one of those people, I'm still not, I prefer, if I can get a vanilla version of something, I'd rather use that because I know it fits and it works. However, I'm mixed with this just because you don't get very much, basically. So, like, on the one hand, if they continue down this route and hopefully give you a little bit more value for money next time, or just make them a little bit, either add more or just half the price of these furniture packs, and maybe release a little bit more interesting stuff, I might buy them. But anyway, so I've got that. It's pretty cool. And then I got the backpack, which is this here. My guy's got a beard right now, because obviously I've got a beard now, so I can finally update it. It looks very crisp. Both of these mods work very, very well. Backpacks are kind of a cool thing. The way these work, it's quite cool. So that's the standard olive backpack. So it's a military backpack olive. And if I pop over here... Oh, don't crouch. I've been playing a bit of Deus Ex, so I'm a little bit confused on the controls. It's a military backpack olive. And you can remove the straps if you like. You can add patches. So, for example, I will use a railroad patch. You can change the colour. So, like, go what? Let's go sky camo, because sky camo is cool. And then you can have gear. I did the survival before, so let's do medic with sleeping bag. And you get like a little bit of a energy resist. They do a little stuff. Don't seem to actually give you more. Oh wait, you don't even have storage. Maybe I'd give you a bit more weight. Like pocketed stuff allow you to carry more, but it looks cool. So, you know, it looks cool. It's aight. But the thing is, there are mods for this, right? So, on the one hand, all of these mods appear to be Bethesda's own design stuff, which is cool. And if you have a $5 spare, it's the kind of thing that maybe if they had loads of options, and like these are really well made. Credits due. These are really well made. Obviously, as loads of you know, loads of mods are really well made as well, to the point where I play Skyrim on PC, for example, and I've got a few mods that add new stuff, and it looks great. Like, I haven't really got Fallout on PC, but I've got Skyrim on PC, and everything's grand. So it's good, but it isn't worth the money, basically. I think it could work, or they could at least, because let's be honest, this is just, a publisher trying to squeeze as much money out of a game as possible, I'm completely with Jim Sterling on just the sheer audacity of adding microtransactions to a full price. What's all that lights going on over there? To a full price game. I don't know why that light's going all weird. That was weird. You could see it flashing. I just think it was just the way the sun was glassing. But yeah, it's a shitty thing. It's a scummy, crappy, low down, just terrible thing that pretty much has just become part and parcel now to just kind of squeeze out that extra bit of money. It generally says a lot about how the publisher sees you as the consumer. In the fact is, I will work in marketing, and I've gone to conferences and events, where people talk about this kind of stuff. They see you as whales, they see you as cash cows, and it's not necessarily they're doing it in a malicious way, but it's that kind of reducing you to a set of big data statistics, which is literally what you are. I guarantee you. You are in not a spreadsheet, but you're in someone's bespoke CRM at the HQ, and they're like, oh, X style of person who plays this amount of time spends this amount of money. It's that kind of bollocks. It makes me a little bit sick, because I work in B2B marketing, just for the record, so I don't do that, mainly because we're much more low-tech. We just send emails. But I've been involved in discussions where people do that, and it is just, the shadiest kind of... It's not shady, it's just crap. So basically, I will be okay with spending money on some choice bits. Like I said, I quite like these backpacks, actually. I was fiddling around with earlier, and because I recently fixed my PS4 so it now purrs quietly, because I changed the thermal paste and gave it a good clean, so I'm actually going to start playing Fallout again proper. I've been playing Deus Ex all day, because I haven't touched my PS4 in ages. But it means I'm going to maybe start a little survival playthrough for myself, and so far going for a backpack for RP-wise is good for me, and also I'm on PS4, so ultimately I can't really, do very much. I can't normally have this kind of stuff, so that's the new novelty for me. So PS4 users, definitely. But it's not a moral thing, right? Like, it's just, I don't mind being ripped off. If you live in London, you probably won't mind too much. Or if you live in a city where you're, paying twice as much for a pint or everything, then you'll be like, I got shafted twice today when I took public transport. Fuck it, I'll just, pay for this rip-off item as well. So they're good items, right? Like, just ignoring the shady marketing tactics. They're good items. They work well. However, they are, too expensive. And I hate the stupid credits thing as well. Just let me purchase the damn thing, you twats. Anyway, so that turned out to be a little bit more depressing than I intended it to be. I'm curious. What I will probably do, look, right, is I'm probably going to review these items, any particularly interesting ones. So what I might do is maybe, because I don't mind paying for it, it's what, 5 to 10 quid. I can get, as long as I get past, what, 10k views or something, or I don't know how much it is, 10, 20, 30k, whatever. It'll pay for the mods, and even so, it says, it's worth it because I'll use them. So every now and again, when they do a nice new influx and there's some few things in, I'll purchase a few more items. Maybe see what stuff I think is worth it, if it's worth paying for, and maybe I'll make a video on it, because I don't mind doing it, and to be fair, I probably will just give in and pay for anyway, because as I said, I'm used to paying exorbitant amounts of money for things that I don't need, so it's fine. I'll be back to doing a building video tomorrow. I've been away this weekend, by the way. About last 2 weeks, weekends actually, by the way, which is why you're slightly less videos than normal. Stag do for my brother. But I'm back to normal now, so I'll have an Abernathy farm build, or starting building rather, so we're going to build it in bits as per tomorrow. As always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. Let me know what your thoughts are on Creation Club. I imagine they're colourful and full of swearing. So let's keep it a little bit civil, yeah? Or not, I don't really give a shit. And you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.